cast, buddy.
Thank you, Zyori. Don't forget at TrentPacks on Twitter. Might as well.
That's true. You can see our Twitter handles right below.
That's what it's there for.
And of course, shout out to HyperX making this event possible, hooking us up with some of the hardware, running this very tournament. This beautiful. I am into this mouse. This has become my new primary.
There you go.
I have replaced it. I've got a graveyard of mice next to me, and HyperX stands strong amongst the herd. Well done, HyperX. Well done.
Well done, Virtus Pro, on a Game 1 victory.
Yes, that is correct. Some similar bans here, except VP will now take out the Shadow Demon, as Viking GG have first pick, and certainly shows that Virtus Pro prioritize the Shadow Demon a lot. If they have second pick, they're banning it. If they have first pick, they're going to try to let it through.
It does a lot, man. It just counters so many heroes. That's
Storm
been their
one
go-to
was
philosophy for like this entire page of bans, it looks like.
Yes.
Get Shadow Demon if first pick.
And what's also cool about winning that game is Prophet was kind of a non-factor. I don't think he was banned even, just ignored. Nope. So now VP have shown off a certain strat and can certainly go back to the tried and true no one Prophet if it makes it through. The Mars will not be available though. I think that is an astute ban from Viking GG. Lycan also going to get taken out now by Virtus Pro.
I got target the other Rezo hero that's probably going to be the first pick, I feel.
Two solid openers. Unless they want the Prophet themselves. No, they want the Phoenix. So, want to get some Sunray heals, potentially some egg saves. Little team fight synergy.
Into the alliance strat very similar to what Virtus Pro like with the Nature's Prophet. So who knows? That could even happen. The last time we saw Virtus Pro was versus Liquid when they opened with the Phoenix. The Axe. Do Viking GG actually believe in this combo? Or because they used it to beat Alliance.
Mostly negative things about Axe and mostly positive things about Beastmaster. So there you go.
But you know, you win games with heroes versus good teams, then that gives me some attention.
You are not wrong, good sir. Now, what do you do against this no one Prophet? If you're Viking GG, you obviously know they've been playing it a lot. You know what they can do with it. You have chosen to let it through. What's the solution?
I think Centaur is all clutch versus Phoenix in a lot of ways because like you're trying to dictate where the fight takes place and Centaur lets you choose.
You could actually DK and Centaur. I don't. ILTW could go safe lane with the dragon.
Yeah, but then you have your 10th pick that you're still holding out on. So I mean that'll have to happen. Maybe eventually. We'll see how the rest of the draft progresses.
Sure. Thinking about this here.
Death Prophet is still in. That's another hero that you might want to consider because they already have the Beastmaster and just a like fast-paced hero. But it will just be the DK, I guess, because he's also fast-paced. But It's just too good at protecting their Nature's Prophet, I think.
Mirana. All right, our third Mirana pickup that we've gotten to see in our games.
She's picking up steam. So good hero versus Phoenix with the leap. Kind of good versus Beastmaster, even a support role, because you can just take care of the boards right away.
Yeah,
in the laning stage. Has set up in some ways with the Sprout. We've seen that work before where people are too greedy to keep a Quelling Blade.
And the Ogre to some degree. Even just the slow from Ignite.
Could also be a core. You have 10th pick, so if it looks good, you just do that in the end.
Sure. I mean, it could be a bait with no one playing the Nature's Prophet so much. You never know. They could switch it around. A lot of flexibility across these heroes.
Is Rubik in? He is.
Rubik is in.
That looks okay. I wouldn't hate Rubik.
I don't think I ever hate Rubik.
Grimstroke's still in, though. Grimstroke seems kind of tempting, too. Versus
That
Nature's
sounds a
Prophet,
little
you have
better.
the Stroke of Fate versus all the Treants. You have the Soulbind to leash down the Mirana, as well as combo with the Beastmaster Roar.
I'm pretty in on Grimstroke.
The only... I was going to say the only downside is they don't have a great Inkswell partner now, but, I mean, that's obviously... They have 2 picks left, so plenty of time to do that.
Yeah, sure. I think it's a nice counterbalance to the Phoenix, too.
It just counters so many
reliable
heroes,
stun.
too, like, all game, you know? It's just nice.
In terms of scaling supports, Grimstroke is up there for sure.
Well, especially because it works with items. If it didn't work with items, it wouldn't be nearly as sick.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Late game Scythe on Grimstroke is pretty much good across the board. Really chewing through the reserve time, and they will select the Grimstroke. Okay. Well, there you go. For all the reasons just mentioned.
Yeah. All right, so we've seen this a lot. What counters Grimstroke? Anything? Not really. I mean, theoretically Dispel, but even when you Dispel the Inkswell, it still pops. I don't know why that's a thing.
Yeah, he's hard to actually counter. It's sort of a playstyle thing. Like, I guess, like Juggernaut or Lifestealer or somebody like that is fine against stuns.
I think like backline breakers tend to counter Grimstroke a little bit, like Clockwork and stuff, but they're kind of hard to work in. Weaver, I guess, would be another example. Someone who just wants to get in his face and mess with him. Like force a bad Soulbind is pretty much your best bet. Mirana can do that sort of in the support role, so that might just lean her even closer to support now because of that.
That's a fair point. She is good at getting in the back line. But I guess if she's a core, Mirana potentially is good against Phoenix, right? The attack speed on leap, you just jump in.
I mean, she's fine as a support for the same reasons.
Yeah, true. I guess I imagine her being a little more under-leveled, so maybe harder to do that.
Then you won't have the talent,
Yeah. If you're a core Mirana, you can do it with confidence. You know, people are afraid of you. If you're a support, they might still be able to bully you away from the egg.
Oh,
the Luna.
Why would they take Luna instead of Troll?
Well, I imagine because of the aura.
Well, that's what I would also imagine, but Troll is a good hero.
Oh, the Broodmother we've talked so much about. She's been banned in several games. Viking GG will grab it 4th pick. Now, is it good here, though? I think of Mirana and Luna as heroes that have some tools in terms of killing the spiders, right? Because there's stars just hit all of them. Bouncy glaives are jumping around, killing them.
Yeah, I'm a little curious. I mean, they still have the pick left too, right? That's kind of the big thing in terms of like the lane matchup, so they can at least get something that's going to do well.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious here.
They'll probably ban Kunkka, and then VP could do No One Tiny, maybe. That'd be pretty hype.
Ooh, that would be hype and pretty cool. The Luna pick is interesting, though. I wonder what the real... Maybe their last pick will tie it all together. VP do have 10th pick here. They can be a little reactionary. Tense moment.
You know, the Luna into the Grimstroke, too. Ooh. Dark Portrait later, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, seriously. And with Prophet and Luna, though, your ability to push and close out a game is pretty good. They ban out
I think that's
Ricky.
that would be why Luna over. Like when I asked the question, why would you pick Luna over Troll? The whole idea is just like what are the good reasons for it? Like good reasons I can think of is that like she doesn't have to invest in like the Battle Fury to necessarily go for this like hard farming build. So like you don't have to choose too early how the game's going, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You can kind of start playing with your team, and then if things are going poorly, like at least you can still jungle. And yeah, as expected, they banned Kunkka. So that's nice. And then there is just like the faster gameplay. So
Gonna add a safe laner here.
I mean, they could pick troll. What's a position 1 that's good with Grimstroke? I mean, PL is also still in. Is that too greedy?
I think so.
I don't know. It's not bad. You have Doppelganger versus Nature's Prophet. You have single target of the Ogre and the Mirana, because like she's probably not going to get that much damage at the Starfall unless she goes... I guess the Nature's Prophet can also just go straight Mjolnir too, but that still didn't work out early.
So it's hard to get away from him. So the Inkswell almost guaranteed to hit.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, the only one I can think of was like the daggers, because they've done that combo before, but the rupture is nice. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 2 ruptures. Soulbind, that's not bad.
All right, so is Tiny still viable, or are we going somewhere else? No one Tidehunter. You have the Kraken Shell versus Beastmaster.
You know, you could get away with the melee mid here. Tide mid. Oh, that sounds crazy, but it actually looks pretty good.
I mean, it's just the Brood heroes, right? It's like Kunkka, Tiny, Tide. I mean, what else people even pick?
They could use a Tide-esque hero to kind of tie things together. You've got some good single target stuns, but some sort of big team fight would also be nice.
I don't want to go too out there with like an axe or something. All right, I'll take the TA.
TA. Yeah, that's maybe a little more stable. Someone else that synergizes well with their push. They will be able to cripple structures now if they win team fights. Obviously means Roche options for VP. TA with Bloodlust from the Ogre is also pretty scary. Luna with Bloodlust is really scary. Wow, a wild game too. A cool draft from Viking GG. Now, do you like it here, bud? Are you confident? If you were a betting man, would you put your toonies on this Broodmother Bloodseeker?
If they were completely even teams, I would be pretty tempted to go for Viking GG. But with the knowledge of who is playing on each team, I think I still favor Virtus Pro.
Okay.
I feel like after seeing game 1, I just didn't see enough evidence that the Beastmaster looks good in their hands. I feel like they weren't even abusing the Hawks at all. I didn't have these moments where the Hawks saw something and I went, ah, nice, good. There was like the one good forward vision thing that happened was just from an observer ward random. I'm not sure why it looked that way that game, but to me, the Hawks didn't even feel like they had a huge impact. And I don't think that's a hero issue.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I was trying to fathom a counter argument there, and nothing came to me. All right. Well, certainly something fast for VP. I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with their draft.
This egg is never going to get off.
Yeah.
They have no AoE stun around to cover the egg, and we have 4 ranged heroes and Bloodlust. Like, this egg is screwed. I'm trying to fathom a way to say, like, what's the best case scenario? Like, you tank blood right, and everyone, the egg's still gonna die.
Yeah, they don't have any. They needed like a coddle or someone that can try to protect the egg. And
you know what else is kind of annoying too is that like Sunray doesn't even feel that good this game because your cores are so like mobile agi heroes. Like they're not even gonna get a big % bonus. They're not going to be stationary because you don't really have a bunch of lockdown. So the fights are going to be super like skitter-scattered thanks to your Broodmother.
Oh, got an update from our remote stats man here. It says, fairly sure neither Luna or Mirana do anything to Brood. Okay.
Yes, that is correct. That's why they picked Templar Assassin.
That's why we pay this man the big bucks. I like this. We should have hired remote stats people a long time ago just to feed us some lines. Like, hey, bro, here's a cool little tidbit.
The thing about like Mirana, for example, like you can't rely on the Starstorm because you need these physical options. That's why it's Tidehunter and Kunkka and Tiny, because they have early cleave options and early physical base spread. And same thing with Templar Assassin, right? That's how you're going to deal with the spiders because they have all that magic resistance.
And with Brood, she starts so strong. It's all about trying to slow down the momentum early, right? So that's like the Tide, the Kunkka. They're ready to start combating at level 1 with all their AoE.
I mean, I just think Kunkka by far is the best counter I think these days. Just like not only because like the way the lane works. Don't forget game, you know.
Brood mother.
That's nice. Like, this egg is screwed.
Yeah, they don't have any. They needed like a coddle or someone that can try to protect the egg. And
you know what else is kind of annoying too is that like Sunray doesn't even feel like because your cores are so like mobile agi heroes. Like they're not even gonna get a big % bonus. They're not going to be stationary because you don't really have a bunch of lockdown. So the fights are going to be super like skitter scattered thanks to your broodmother.
Oh, got an update from our remote stats man here. It says fairly sure neither Luna or Mirana do anything to brood. Okay.
Yes, that is correct. That's why they picked Templar Assassin.
That's why we pay this man the big bucks. I like this. We should have hired remote stats people a long time ago just to feed us some lines. Like, hey, bro, here's a cool little tidbit.
The thing about like Mirana, for example, like you can't rely on the Starstorm because you need these physical options. That's why it's Tidehunter and Kunkka and Tiny, because they have early cleave options and early physical base spread. And same thing with Templar Assassin, right? That's how you're going to deal with the spiders because they have all that magic resistance.
And with Brood, she starts so strong. It's all about trying to slow down the momentum early, right? So that's like the Tide, the Kunkka. They're ready to start combating at level 1 with all their AoE.
I mean, I just think Kunkka by far is the best counter, I think, these days. Just like, not only...
Alrighty. Again, elimination. Viking GG absolutely need the W here. They are all in, so to speak, on this Broodmother and Bloodseeker combo. Now, I do think Bloodseeker Grimstroke is actually a really good duo. Bloodseeker we've seen mostly to counter like Slark. That's the big counter pick I always think of.
Yep.
But when enabled with a Grimstroke, it certainly gives him some options.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They have a lot of synergies together between the double Rupture, as well as he's just a great Inkswell target because of his whole kit and just running at people. And again, the reason we knew the Grimstroke was coming with that counterpick to the Nature's Prophet too, because sometimes you see these Grimstrokes get like crazy farmed up because they're just stroking the waves constantly. And then if he, like, let's say that this game kind of stalls out a little and he gets the Aghanims and they try and start sieging the high ground with this Luna, and then there's a Dark Portrait Luna, that's going to be pretty spicy.
Absolutely. Down bottom. Little damage being traded. VP starting in a safe lane try. Maybe hunting for a potential first blood, but you got a Hawk here scouting things out. Phoenix just with Fire Spirits right now. Won't be able to finish him off. It's a pretty happy Luna right now, though. These supports doing a good job making space. Aramis taking a lot of damage. Another set of Fire Spirits. Need a few more. There is an arrow on Zayats, but no angle.
Yeah, he just holds it there. Toby just tanks it.
Oh, now it's a little scary. The Bloodseeker, he's going to start getting some charges. Okay,
yeah, Rezo's safe.
Not low enough.
Tower, though.
Denied.
Look at this one lone tree up here blocking the small camp too. That's so annoying. And it's
I love these
just enough
treants.
time to grab the wave. He can camp and block the camp again. Oh, he's actually not even going to try. He's just going to block it.
He's going to block it. Yeah.
I guess he doesn't have to, because this wave's just going to make it the whole way.
More damage being exchanged. Not able to find the kills. I think these are my favorite treant cosmetic.
Yeah, me too. I like them as well. The little conifers.
Yeah. Little pine trees with legs. Rezo. Here it is, the Inkswell. After the Blood Right. There you go. That's the combo in action. Dad gets a first blood on Rezo.
That's very impressive they were able to, yeah. I was actually just about to ask you who you thought was going to die first, and I was going to guess Phoenix, so it's a good thing that didn't happen, because I would have been wrong. So there you go. But,
I normally wouldn't say Rezo, but against this matchup, no boots yet. You know, it's a time when you can get caught on the Prophet if you're... Like, because look at that. It's stroke into Blood Right, so they have this setup that is pretty easy to land.
Well, it's pretty painful when you're dying under tower like that. That was also the window where he needed the Treant summon to block the camp again, and he died during it. So the camp does spawn this time. He is going to stop the stack, though. Oh, that little tree. Oh! I mean, it disrupted enough anyway, but nice kill.
These are hero trees.
Radiant structures are fortified.
How's this mid lane going? It looks like TA is having an okay time. Of course, that KDA or CS chart inflated from the spiderlings, so we'll have to take a look at net worth, and she's way ahead. 1,800 on TA, 1,100 on the Brood. So even with the spiders, this is domination from no one.
Yeah, no one. He's catching the spiders on the way out. Like, that's the first time I've seen Boom get them out of there when he tries to make this rotation part, right? Like, that's the whole idea of the Brood in these matchups versus the physical cleave, is you just gotta get the spiders up here and let the spiders go do their thing.
Down bottom, Aramis, he sidesteps an arrow, but VP have stayed committed to this tri-lane. A little bit atypical for most of the matches we've seen. Usually it's a starter, and then they go back to the 2-1-2, and maybe that's why they're able to pressure Rezo so much. TP out, he'll make it. Way more aggressive this game, though, than what we saw in the first matchup of this series.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with the Inkswell there. I guess he just didn't think he would go for it that fast on the TP.
Yeah, I was looking bottom.
Because it's the same it's the same buff time, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the last 3 seconds, same as the TP. So as long as you get it off first, obviously, you can't react.
Both safe laners doing pretty well, but the solo Nature's Prophet is actually doing better in the 2v1, and the Beastmaster is in the 2v3.
Get those spiders out of there. All right, back to farming. This is a nice little cluster that he's got here. And that's with the wave. No one with the illusion rune. Great rune to have right now. Because he's able to just prop the wave like this and clear it instantly. Because now he wants to try and burn this radiant wave under the tower as fast as he can. That forces back Boom before... Oh, he actually did finish the camp in time, so there you go.
Oh, side blade!
Oh, that was a
big
good one.
That was a pinata.
Oh, man. I wonder, like...
Dude, no one's
matchup.
Right
I wonder if you need, like, a web there or something, you know? Like, should that be part of the strat so that you don't just get half of them killed on the way by?
I mean, it's a thought. If that keeps happening, I think no one is feeling pretty good.
Absolutely not.
It's not just that he's killing these spiders and slowing down the Brood a bit, but his farm is also quite nice. This is a very easy mid lane for him right now.
I wonder who buys Halberd on the side of Viking GG.
Kinda want to say Beastmaster, weird as that is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he could go like either Necro or Helm into it. Probably Necro this game because they don't have anyone else going to buy it, and
Rezo with the TP. So he just cast before the ink spell got put on. As long as you cast the TP first, it should be good.
They got problems. They're losing this mid tower here. I don't know if they want to like rotate someone else in here and try and set something up. It looks like Zayats is almost ready for that. He's gonna get a ward.
Bottom. Oh, Toby in some trouble. Rezo now, he's here. It's a 3-on-2 again, and this Beastmaster should be put down. No stick or mango on Luna, but she gets off a glaive and has plenty of damage. Okay, 3-1. Tier 1 tower down mid. No one leading the pack in net worth.
I mean, zero problem this game so far for him. I haven't even seen him like use tangos. Like, I think he used his first round of regen and that was it.
Zayats does get the kill on Aramis. Dives under tower. That was pretty deep. He was at a tier 2. Does die first, so not really favorable, but distraction. They've got a siege creep, so hey, it's space. But this is the cool thing about the Prophet, because you can actually leave him solo. He doesn't have to win the top lane. He just has to not feed. He TP's out against the Bloodseeker, and now he's just going to help you push bottom.
Do they have any punish for this?
Bloodseeker's pressuring that top tower, but look at that. Prophet has 2 TPs. He just heads back up, and Mirana kills the siege creep.
Yeah, the typical arrow catapult.
Perfect. VP are making all the moves right now, man. It's only a 1K net worth lead, but this feels real rough for Viking.
They just need a few things to start clicking in place, right? They need the level 6 to be used on Shad. He's almost level 7 at this point, but like you want that rotation to the bottom lane with a big dive, but in order to do that, they won't roar. So Toby just needs to catch up XP-wise. Like, he's level 4 when the Grim is level 5. But I think you want to just whittle them down in here and rotate the Bloodseeker and try and take this tower. Unfortunately for them, though, LTW has hit level 6, so he is holding the ulti. And even with all your summons, it's still spooky.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Already has the Helm of the Dominator on the Luna, too, so they are not opposed to fighting and getting the benefit out of the double aura.
Dias just stole that in his face. He just arrowed that big Zedor.
There is some pressure on ILTW here. 4 heroes from Viking in the bottom lane. He'll take a defensive position in the trees. Aramis comes in. Shad to follow up. This Luna is done for. Easy dive.
That's exactly what we wanted, right?
Oh, yeah.
You cannot lose a hero for this. This should have been free.
Well, Rezo's coming in. They're probably going to get at least one, but oh, maybe Viking get a few more. Zayats, he's ruptured up, brought down by Shad.
Good
2 for nil.
plays.
Great TP out. And now Aramis trying to fly off the map. He'll be partially successful and gets himself deep in the corner, but no TP.
He's got dive in 4, so should be fine.
Yep, okay, he'll be cool.
That was perfect. That's exactly what we were calling for, right? It's all about that first rotation from the Bloodseeker coming down, securing this area. Doesn't get the tower, but you have forced out the Luna. LTW is going to make the rotation top.
Yeah, that swings the net worth a little bit now. The Bloodseeker way ahead of the Luna. Really a
See
great
what no one
kill.
just threw, though? Like, he circled down here, and I wonder if he's worried that they're potentially in here because he wants to go farm these neutrals and take these Ancients. Like, he doesn't want to secede control of all this to the enemy team. Seed control. The Radiant Jungle is seceding. They're not independent. They're their own nation.
Doing it Texas style.
They will steal this outpost up top.
Oh, but maybe the invasion. Okay. Oh, no, that's just going to level it out 1-to-1. Okay.
Yeah.
Dire held bottom. TA couldn't make the play, so those will go even. And runes will also be even, 2 apiece.
They have Soulbind up here. Still no Roar, though, and they're just running the units under the tower. It's, again, the Helm on the Luna early on. They need help here if they're going to fight this. Toby's just getting pushed back.
Dude, he's completely blocked in. He doesn't have the Quelling Blade. He's going to try to cut himself deeper.
He doesn't have access.
But
he's the saddest Beastmaster in the world.
Zayats has to use the second leap to finish him off, but they do get the kill.
If only there was some way.
If only I were a tree cutter. Oh, wait. To be fair, he is level 5. But
yeah, I mean, you don't necessarily want it. It's just, it's funny because we're here.
Funny
Cleary will get ran down.
2 more down. VP.
He's not the Axe Master, so you can't really blame him.
Truth.
Gotta get the beasts.
Truth. Preach it, brother.
I preach. Give me that tax-free status.
A little tower trade. And you asked about the halberd, but, well, Shad's here to help you out. He's going to go drum halberd on this Bloodseeker.
See, that's why I asked, because that doesn't feel very good, does it?
I'm not as scared of this Bloodseeker as I was.
But to be fair, it is also a very good defensive tool for himself. Even if he's like pop the active or whatever, like you look at this damage on the First Pro, and a lot of it is right click, so
it's great stats.
Big help.
And I don't know, status resistance is good. Dope egg.
What happened there?
I think Aramis might have pressed R by accident. Because I don't think there was anybody nearby, really. Like, odd. Either way, that stinks because they're in Roche, and you probably could have used that around the pit, maybe. Deso on TA, so not an easy contest. BP, they get it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the log. I think he literally just hit R. And now Toby is just dead.
Dude, that's such a scary moment when you see that sprout from the Prophet like on top of where you're running and you know you are about to get destroyed and you can't stop it. You can't run fast enough to get away from it. It's just the impending doom slowly sprouting in front of you. That's some creepy shit. That gets in your head.
Well, a Roshan activated TA lineup is the scariest kind of TA lineup. You try and steal this away from the hero to hurt her mid-game, but taking it so early. So, I mean, I love the medallion too from Zayats, by the way. Like, that's full commitment. Not the best item on Mirana in a lot of ways, but I mean, it's fine. It's just, she'd rather have other stuff, but that's a team item right there. That's what that is.
It is. I think on support Mirana, it makes some sense.
Yeah, it's fine. It gives you, like, the mana regen and stuff. It's just... you know, you're greedy. You want like Yules or something, a more independent based item.
Yep. You want to.
So here comes the smoke. The egg is almost back. All right, so Aramis just dug up a creep and broke his own smoke.
Oh no!
Under the ward. Well, Aramis is getting a couple of flubs.
ILTW is still going to get caught, so it's not going to matter too much, assuming they get this kill, and they will. A little bit close. Interesting.
It all worked out. It was all part of the plan.
Small stroke of luck for Viking. They'll take it, though. That's a big
kill.
just
walked in Aramis and two shots him. Oh, but wait. It took three.
It's 3 shots. And he gets it. Ruptured right now, and he's going to move a little bit. Remember, he does have Aegis. He just destroys the Brood. The Spider gets swatted. The Soulbind comes down, but TA has the Aegis coming back to life. Might look to chase. Piranha, no arrow. And, of course, TA, no Blink Dagger. So minimal gap closing. They do have a Sprout. Toby going to get caught and TP home from the Bloodseeker. Or TP bottom, rather. Solari, though.
There's traps.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No one, cares.
Yeah. He'll actually take that extra plus 39. Thank you. This one's rough, man. This is Vikings' life in the tournament, and they are kind of getting run down. Not kind of. They're getting run down.
It's yeah. It's a little depressing when you miss like one moment for like the Roche fight. You don't get that, and then your smoke goes okay because you kill the Luna, but then the fight after, I mean, Boom just got eviscerated. It did not look like he had 15 armor versus this Deso and Bloodlusted TA.
It didn't really look like he spent 15 minutes farming. Before going into that fight, he was 0-0-0 with like 120 CS.
I mean, prior to Roche, no one was not that far ahead. He was like 1,000 gold ahead.
Yeah.
Now he's like 2,300 ahead.
It's unfortunate the Brood couldn't pressure. Now up top, Rezo will be initiated on Primal Roar, but Zayats hits an arrow. Solari's in big trouble. TP out from Rezo. He makes it, and they actually kill the Grimstroke. Now Zayats, though, going to be brought down by a Rupture. Tries to leap, but to no avail. 12-6. Still pretty darn good for VP, given that that was a Primal Roar gank attempt that started on their Prophet.
Shocking.
Yeah.
I actually stopped looking because I just thought he was dead. And then suddenly I saw the tip and wait, what?
I feel like every game we're kind of surprised at how tanky the Prophet seems. Often because he's buying mech. This game he's gone for a very beefy build, drum into blade mail.
Remember the triple no blade mail? Good times.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, by good times, I mean pretty awful build times, but still. But 6 Bracer, Marana, you know, whatever you want.
Yeah. But he is, he's built for this right now. And bottom line, look at that, dude. They go into the blood right.
What did the arrow hit? It must have been a creep. I thought he was dead for sure.
I was about to remark, like, now that's some style points. Oh!
I think my game lagged.
I did too. Observer, I hope you saw those spiders pop, bud, because that was a real treat. That was a gift to the Templar Assassin, just an offering, a sacrifice. Oh, Boom is so sad.
I actually don't even want to hit the combat log. It broke the combat log, actually. It won't even load.
My game totally hiccuped. It looked exactly like when Monkey King's ult was first revealed.
Yeah. Calculating. Gold.
AI is not fast enough. Well, no one is very much...
Are we smoking with spells here? Yeah, we're smoking with spells here.
He's in a very commanding position. He has the BKB now. Still needs to buy the recipe, but he's got
not the Marana.
Not Zayats. TP out. Nope. Inkswell.
Take me!
I worry that AlTW is just farming the whole time. He is the lowest of his cores, which is...
Yep. Oh, Solari. Yeah, we've been remarking about how often the kills haven't quite felt worth it, but no one's killed so many spiders and so many creeps along the way that you can't really blame this Luna. I don't think ILTW has done anything wrong. The TA is just stupidly far ahead for 18 minutes.
Hey, 342 lacets. I don't know how many of those are spiders, but I reckon it's a good deal.
Power is under attack.
Yeah. Do we get to see at the end? I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
That would be great. Oh, Luna, she killed a couple there, bouncing some glaives. Our analyst says that generally Vikings play around Shad and depend on him to pop off and carry the team. So,
Good luck, buddy.
Not looking great. And that's the kind of thing, like, it's not that Halberd's bad. We want them to get a Halberd, but if he's your playmaking hero, you need to buy items to let you make plays. And they're struggling on that front. Arrow down bottom will be off the mark. TP out from Toby, not going to happen. And Shad chased down into the tree line. No route for escape. Doesn't have a TP.
Oh, that one range creep. Oh, dude. That looks so good.
Right.
The deny side blade splash. This guy, he's styling this game. That one range creep giving vision. That's so frustrating. I guess he probably would have had a sprout anyway, but still. Oh, jeez.
Picked apart.
Welp. Welp, welp, welp.
Virtus Pro are not messing around today. Gets the courier. Okay. Arrow. Fishing expedition.
More of a harpoon.
Yeah, that's true.
But that is the whale of the Dire. 9,000 gold. Almost into the Aghanims. Unfortunately, it's not the Aghanims that's going to change this. But still very good. It's the item
Look
after.
at all this sweet blubber. Yeah, the Ags is really good. It's super core on this here. You need it. You definitely can't flame the build, but it does not feel like that'll be a game changer that'll really affect the state of affairs here.
No one pings out the Hawk. Just tell the team where it is and does not want to mess with Sunray. In comes Boom.
20 minutes. They don't get the outpost on Dire, so they lose out on XP. They are going to try to take a fight, though, and they grab Solo. Now, which would have been more experience? Let's do some mathematics.
Almost certainly it's got to be the...
So
right.
three heroes got 180 XP. So
It's
that's
350
550 total. The outpost is 350 each. Yeah, that was a classic solo play, guys. Don't worry, I'm gonna distract him. No, it's unfortunate that they can't even get to the outpost. Like the sector of the map that the whole side of Vikings have to farm is like this little something like that. As you can see, Solo drawing on the map. They'll get Solari again. But he says, guys, they're in here. Let's go find them and let's kill them.
It's just like, it's such an efficient way to farm. I just click them twice and get 260 gold. He's almost level 20.
This is what TA is good at, man. Snowballing in a lane, taking over. She's still deathless. Can't say I'm too surprised. Master. All right, he'll be okay. And look at that. Rezo says, rupture me, I'll blade mail you, and then TP out. Chad is so sad right now.
Look at Solo. He just goes back in for another one. He doesn't care. That'd be funny if he ruptured him and then he just TPs to the fountain and blade mails and runs around in circles.
Time to Roche. Do you think this would have been different if the Brood went for the Ags first? Because, like, he didn't really get to fight with the Diffusal.
No, I don't know. I think you have to build with the Diffusal first. They all do this build, so I just won't give credit to the Brood players.
Alright, I got
I'm
you.
sure they know.
KB, no one. Alright,
This Egg's gonna get off.
he went a little hard. They throw the Aegis away immediately, but now the real fight begins. No one is back. Refraction's out. He gets disarmed. No one, not really doing much yet. But now he's awake, and the Luna has popped her ultimate. Doing a fair amount to the back line. The Eclipse brings him down low, and now Rezo will finish off Aramis. Shad gets killed by ILTW, and now Toby gets chased down. Solari going to be fourth up, and it will be a massacre. That was 4-0.
The strangest Aegis kill I've ever seen in my entire casting career. Because they killed that TA, and they all knew they were going to die. But they just said, I don't think we can get away, guys. And they just kind of accepted their fate. I don't know. I at least want to try to Delta Split or something, because you know there's no way you're winning the fight after that Aegis goes.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at this Luna. She's got a cheese. You know she has a level 2 ultimate. Like, VP are just done. They say, this was fun. We had fun in the group stage. It's time to roll through the lower bracket. Sorry, Viking. It's been fun. And they're going to put this Luna TA to work and finish off the throne, skipping the barracks completely. The Brood comes in, gets killed in about 2 seconds. And now the rest of Viking try to make the fight happen. They rupture TA, and she says, cool, I'm next to the throne, bud. So, GG. VP, absolute clinical.
Yeah, that looked pretty darn good for TA, guys.